Guys, I'm going to show you how you can use the poster template, and I am going to start sharing my screen. All right, so once you open your copy of the poster template, should look like this, okay? Some of the stuff you are going to delete and maybe not even use it. Some of the stuff you are going to use to know how to write on this, okay? For example, this image I just put as a model of like how to fill out space, and instead of like just a random image, you would have a picture of you doing your procedure, or going to have a picture of graphs, data tables that you use, etc. Okay, or well, depending on the type of project you have, maybe some images that you find online would be relevant to include in there. I don't know. All right, so how you're going to edit this? First thing you should notice, the letters are way too small. The reason for that is this is actually a really, really big poster. It's not just a slide, but if you were to, let me just put the zoom at 100%, how this actually looks like, this is huge, okay? This is the size of a science fair poster. But how you're going to be working with something so big, you can use the zoom at 50%, for example. So you just click here, select how big you want this to be, and then you can work with that. Okay, I'm using my 2 fingers to scroll down or up or to the sides. Same idea. Okay, now it gets a little better. So each one of these topics, it's a different box, okay? So let's say at the end of the week, you never had a chance to really explain the purpose of your project. You're not gonna use this section, it's okay. You can just select the whole part, okay? So let's just show you again. I click purpose, I'm not going to use this part. I'm gonna click on the box, and from the box I can delete. So I'll get rid of the whole thing, okay? I'm not gonna get rid of anything before the end of the week because I never know. I just gonna try to do as much as I can before it's time to turn this in, okay? Also, for each one of the boxes, the text that is underneath is just the instructions on what to write, okay? So you are going to erase this before, because this is just the instructions you need in order to write in there, okay? All right, now what else you can do in here? Besides replacing the text that is in there for the text that you're writing yourself, you can also include images, okay? So one way you can include things, let's say I wrote my data table, I am going to enter my data in there. I can click on insert image. I can insert images using different ways to do that. Let's say you took picture of a camera and then it's in your Google Drive, you can always find this way. But another way to do it is straight from the camera, the computer, okay? So let's say I don't have a data table, but I had some notes on the cake recipe. So let's say I hold in here, I take a picture, click in here, and then insert, okay? You can take a picture of yourself showing something that is related to your project. I am going to show you in a future video how to organize data tables and how to make graphs using Google Sheets. So in this spreadsheet, I had some data of, let's say my project, I was trying to figure out which paper plane model can fly the furthest. So here is my data. I organize my data table this way. So from here, I can just copy and paste in here. Now, so to copy, I just Command C or Control C, and then I get in here, Command V or Command C. I can just click and copy. Now notice this data table is looking very, very, very tiny, okay? The reason is, again, this poster is huge, and this is just like the normal size of the table. So if I'm going to put my data table in the middle, back in here, data table. Okay, let me put in here. Okay, I want to bring this a little higher. Data tables. My data table is going to be right under. And I want to make bigger. And I also want to make everything that is written in the table bigger letters. So right now it's at 10. I want it to be at least, let's say 35. Perfect. Okay, so now I can actually see what is in here. Right here, where's the instructions for the data table? I am going to get rid of the instructions because I don't want this to show in my final poster. And I'm going to write the description of the data table. So I'm going to write, oh, this data table shows the distance in meters that each plane could fly in each trial. Okay, so I would type that in there. All right, now for graphs, I also have my graph that was already made. Again, you could have made yours on a piece of paper, that's fine, but I made mine in here, so I might as well just copy. I can Command C, or I can click on the 3 dots and copy chart. And from here, I'm going to paste. And I'm going to move this to the best location. Okay, so I'm going to make it bigger. And in here, this text, I'm going to replace, oops, by the description of my graph, okay? So each one of the colors is showing what model it is, and then you have my 3 trials. For example, I can see the tallest one, it means that when the plane went the furthest, so my model number 2 could fly the furthest, okay? I think that's it. Don't forget that these are instructions, so you are going to replace, like you are going to delete what the instructions are, and you're gonna write your information. Here you're gonna type what your question is, your hypothesis, and so it goes. Feel free to change the size of the letters. The only thing I ask, make sure that it's easy to read, like considering the scale, like that is actually bigger than if you just see the whole thing in your screen. But like, don't make it too colorful, too crazy letters, okay? All right, now, super important, if you have questions, please send me messages, okay? I'll try to be available as much as I can this week, trying to answer your questions super quickly, okay? So remember to have fun, and I'm here for you. Take care.